I've been slacking on this video for a little while now. Things in life have been a little bit busy, but here's the video I finally owe you. It is going to be going over the Subaru STI that we picked up. So without further ado, I'm going to put some clips of this on track because we had to take this on track because this S2000 had a misfire one night and didn't feel like driving it over to the track. So we took that and gave it a quick shakedown. So I'll overlay that footage and we'll go over this car real quick. So for the most part, this car is stock engine wise. It is lowered on coilovers. This thing does have a full set of suspension work done to it. So it's got thickness coilovers in the front and rear on Swift springs. It's got white line sway bars for the front and rear as well, and full adjustability. So this has lower control arms that adjust caster. You can see extended studs right there as well, and in the rear toe and camber arms as well. You can come down here, you can see that, and it's got a custom cat back, which as far as I can tell, the cat back is just a vibrant resonator and nothing after that. So let's go ahead and pop open the engine bay. Let's come over here. Oh yeah, and I've already got this car ceramic coated as well, so you can see all the water beading. It's doing a great job. But we'll take a look at the engine bay. And here she is. For the most part, pretty much stock, except for a parent intake, I believe. Yeah, parent intake. And I already installed some catch cans. I know on these platforms that an air oil separator is preferred, but I like catch cans. I can see what's going on and check the oil level that way. But otherwise, everything else here is pretty much stock. Now, this car does have a bit of a, let's say, spicy past. It did have an IAG long block in here at some point, making 775 wheel horsepower on E85. I'll put videos up that the previous owner had sent me. So you can see that it definitely had a hard life at one point, but as far as I can tell, this is the stock block that came with the car, and so they just put it back in after they swapped in the IAG block and then took it out and sold the car. So yeah, this is pretty much stock. Let's see coilovers here. So nothing too interesting. So let's go ahead and hop inside and we'll talk about kind of what we plan to do with the car. And here's the interior. Stock shifter, it did have a Cobb short shifter, but it's got all the upgraded bushings and everything. So again, previous owner definitely loved this car and took great care of it, poured a ton of money into this car. So I am not worried about this car in the least bit whatsoever, because clearly they did their research and put a lot of time and money into it. So what are we going to do with this car? So for now, this is going to be a daily, of course. I think there's going to be a couple stages. I'm going to be keeping the turbo stock for now and then seeing what kind of power we can get with it on stock turbo. And then from there, we'll decide what we want to do, if we want to go bigger turbo or not. These cars have been around for a long time, so like the recipe is very much unchanged. Everything is documented out there, and I think that's something that I am really happy about with this car, is that I don't need to do a ton of research on it. It's all out there. In terms of other things, I will probably be tracking it more as well. Since I took it on the track, it did great. Very happy with it. So because of that, I think I'm also going to be tracking it more as well, as kind of a backup car to the S2000 in case something ever happens to the S2000 or I just feel like driving this car. Otherwise, I think for now 300 wheel horsepower is probably what I'm going to do. So it's already got an intake. I'll probably buy a downpipe. I'm probably going to change the exhaust. The exhaust is a little too loud for my liking. I think right now I'm set on the Fujitsu Authorized R. It seems pretty quiet, but opens up when you really step on it. But otherwise, here is the car. We already put an access port in and flashed the stage 0 map just so we can monitor everything and see what's going on with the car. But yeah, otherwise this interior is also completely good, clean. I mean, I don't know what to also expect, but it does rattle a little bit in here, but again, it's Subaru. I should have expected that, so can't complain too much. Otherwise, this has been an extremely fun car to drive so far, especially in weather like this in the rain. It just goes easy peasy, no problem. We already put our Accord wheels back onto this car, so fitment is great as well. But otherwise, yeah, I think this car will have progressive stages with it, right? Naturally, as a car person, you know, you can't really leave things stock. So I'm gonna leave stock turbo for now, try to max it out with flex fuel or something, and then we'll see from there. In terms of reliability for this engine, I shouldn't be too concerned. I talked to the previous owner. It's got manually forged pistons in there already as well, so it'll be able to handle some boost. So yeah, future plans, turn up the boost, do some reliability mods like a killer bee pickup and baffle plate, and performance mods like a downpipe, probably a different exhaust, and maybe flex fuel. I haven't decided if I want to do flex fuel on this car, just because with forged pistons you have looser tolerances. Gas will seep through the piston rings when they're cold, and so I'll have to be changing the oil a lot more frequently. I don't know if I want to be doing that even more frequently with E85, but it might help with keeping the engine cool. So yeah, pretty quick and simple video. Apologies for having not posted in a while, but we'll be back shortly. I did an install on the S2000 recently back there, so I'll probably put a video on that as well. But otherwise, that's pretty much a quick and dirty rundown of this car. It's done great on track for one event so far, and hopefully it stays like that, and we'll slowly build this up. So yeah, if you guys are excited for the STI, be sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out. Take care.